Hey guys, this is Babypowder, and it is Sunday, and it is time for week number 17 of our mailbox cleanout. Last week, materials won again, so they've won 2 weeks in a row. So we'll see, who can win it this week. Will it be transmog? Will it be materials again for a third time, or will it be toys and pets? We'll keep watching and see who wins. Alright guys, so here we are. As always, we are starting out with our low value transmog stuff, and we start out over on our alliance side. So let's see what we got. So we have 37 sales at 28,000, so that's not too bad. We got some gauntlets here for a little over 4,000 gold. That's a pretty good sell there for the low value stuff, at least. Some perilous leggings, 5,500 gold. Pretty nice. And then some Battleforged legs at almost 3k. As I've mentioned, I've started to stop selling that stuff that's 100 as low. Now I've changed it to where basically I'm selling anything. It has to be at least over 500 gold if it's a 0.02 sell rate or above. And it has to be 3,000 gold and above if it's a 0.01 sell rate. But it looks like I still have some pretty low items that have sold here. I did try to clear it out when I did switch over because my auctions were just taking me too long on these tunes. But then again, items drop in value, and I might have just not caught it. So that's probably what is happening here. But anyway, I mean, the item's still sold. I mean, we sold 2 of these, and I do believe that axe actually does usually sell for more than that. So yeah, it really has dropped. But anyway, guys, 28,000 gold. I'll take it. It's not bad. Let's go ahead and switch over to our horde side and see what they got. All right, guys, and now that we're over here on our horde side, this is the first one up, which is usually the one that has all the stuff from the potatoes when I do my farms. And we've got 38 sales at 26,000 gold. So again, not bad for low value. We sold a 2 of lunacy for 9,100 gold. That is those like old Dark Moon cards, which I've heard before from people that do those actually sell. And here's proof right here. The old cards do sell. Now it does have to be a pretty high value for me to actually put these older cards up, because I don't believe like a lot of the lower ones are really going to sell. So this one was, as you see, I mean, it sold for over 9,000 gold. So of course I posted it. Let's see, we also sold that was really about it as far as low value stuff, as far as going over anything. But yeah, pretty nice for one of those old cards, 9,000 gold. So we'll go ahead and add this into our total, and we'll switch over to our last one. All right, guys, so we are back over here on our last low value transmog tune, and we've got 25 sales, and it is 8,700 gold. It's not as great as the others, but everything adds up. This realm I have struggled with transmog just in general, the high value and the low value stuff. I'm not sure if it's, I don't really believe it's just, the transmog. I believe it is that people are more active on the auction house maybe with the transmog on this realm. So I'm just getting undercut as I only post, once a day if I can get around to doing it. But let's see what our total of low value transmog is. So we have 63,546 just with the low value stuff. So now we're going to switch over to the high value and see what we got total for transmog this week. All right, guys, so we're back over here on the alliance, and our high value transmog bank alt got 6 sales at 44,000 gold. So not as well as they have done, but let's look and see what we did sell. We sold a Demon Slayer, Obsidian Greaves for 17,000 gold. That's pretty good. Leggings of Concentrated Darkness, 7,000 gold. Elemental remnant for 7,700, almost 7,800 gold. First mate hat, again, those are low again, but they are selling 47.50 for that one. So we'll go ahead and add this into our total and switch over to our next one. All right, guys, so next up on the high value transmog list, back on the horde side, and 7 sales at 45,000 gold. So kind of around the same as the alliance. Let's see, magnificent belt here for 12k, almost 13, and recipe of potion of petrification, 17,000 gold. So pretty good for that. Again, we sold more of those old dark moon cards. You know, they're below what I usually like to put on, you know, the high value transmog too, but the value might have dropped a little bit. That one is, but this one's not. Tyrants, or actually they're both below it, because this one's supposed to be 5k and above, but it's still, that one's at the selling mark. But anyway, Tyrant's leg plates at 5k too. It's not too horrible for that one. But yeah, we'll go ahead and add that in, and we'll switch over to our last one and finish out transmog. All right, guys, so we are on our last bank tune for transmog, and let's see how they finish out for the week. One sale at 1,000 gold, pretty much. Like I said, this realm is it's rough with them for the transmog. You know, I think it might be that just people are undercutting me almost as soon as I post. So 153,770 is how they finish out for the week. So not as good as they did last week, as they were at like 219,000 gold last week. But hey, you know, maybe the other groups will hopefully do a lot better, and we'll still finish out with a good amount. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and switch over to materials and see how they did and see if they beat transmog this week. All right, guys, so once again, over on the alliance, and it is time for materials. So we've got 96 sales, and the first 50 are at 99,561, so not bad at all starting out. So let's go ahead and see what we sold. We sold some boring leather. Let's see, we sold some pyrite ore, primal mana. We sold some vaults of fire. As you know, I've been doing vaults of fire a lot. I actually did that on stream because of how high it was, and it was actually up to like 75 gold per vault of fire. And at the end of the stream, I went to go post it, and it already dropped to like 40 some gold a piece. I'm like, how did it get undercut that fast and that much? I mean, there was barely any up when I decided to do it too. So I was like, yes, this is going to be the perfect time to do it. But still, that's still a really good amount, as I believe it was still a little above vault of water, and I get so much more of the vault of fire than I do of the vault of water when I can do that farm, just because of, you know, I guess the route and stuff I have to take with my main. It's a lot bigger of a route you have to take for the vault of water than you do the vault of fire, and you know, the mobs are just in a closer density with the vault of fire. But anyway, then we sold these brilliant tourmaline. They're old gems that you actually can get off a vendor, so that's really nice. Sold them for 880 gold a piece. I mean, you don't even have to cut them or anything. They come off a vendor. Let's see, we sold some primal water, some bolts of rune cloth here, some bolts of silk cloth, some primal fire. I did that during stream. Essence of water, 19,000 gold for a stack of that, really nice. And you can get those from multiple farms. Essence of water you can get from the primal water farm, which actually I just did on stream as well, which I'll leave a link to that one on the screen. If you want to go check that one out, you can get it from the winter spring farms, the hot spring, hot fire, Frostfire Hot Spring. Sorry, I couldn't say it right there. Frostfire Hot Spring Farm, which you also can get like the Azure Whelp and everything. It's one of my favorite farms to do. You can get it from there. You can also get it from the new whelping farm I just did, which, you know, well, it's not whelping farm, but the ice avatars. It used to be like the really popular farm out there in Winter Spring for the high value transmog, and people were doing that until Silithus came out, which I just did a video on that one. But I think of that one as like the lazy whelpling farm, as you can just kind of sit still. Got 3 during that video, so if you haven't seen that one, go check that one out. I'll put that one up at the top of the screen as well. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what else we got. Sold some more pirate ore that came from the volatile fire farm as well. Spirits of Harmony, volatile life, hypnotic dust, which also now I've been disenchanting those greens from the volatile fire farm, so that's where those came from as well, so even added more value to it. But anyway guys, that's a good start. Let's go ahead and clear out these 50 and see what we got for the last 46 sales. Alright guys, and so for our last 46 sales, we've sold a hexweave bag, some more bolts of silk, some volatile life again, essence of water, some smaller stacks of that, still that's really good. Volatile fire, some more primal fire, not a bad sell on that one, 5,000 gold. Let's see, volatile water, volatile fire once again, and that one's not, that stack's not as high as the other one, but still not bad. Some more volatile fire. There's some really good sales on the volatile fire, almost 10,000 gold. Not as good as it was last week, but extremely good still. Some spirits of harmony, some more hypnotic dust, bolts of mage weave even, and a small stack of wild vine. So really good there, for a total of 78,000 gold. So we'll go ahead and add that in. We'll switch over to the horde and see what they are going to add to this. Alright guys, so back over on the horde side, and let's see how they did as far as materials go. Let's see, we got 37 sales, so not as many, but let's see what they did sell. We sold some Mark of Sargeras, which I believe came from the Legion hold farm, which you can do with like 2 or 3 accounts. So really nice there. I mean, yeah, they don't sell for a whole lot, but you get a whole bunch. As you see, I still got a whole bunch in there. We sold some internal fire, some internal air. We sold some Sun Fury signets, which actually came from that farm that Mr. Expo showed me, which is out there. I did a video on it. It's out there right near where your primal mana farm is. It's for the Sun Fury researchers. So if you haven't checked that one out, I'll leave that one at the top of the screen. You should check that one out too. There's really a lot of mobs you get to kill. So yeah, I know it might have seemed like it took me a while to sell these, which I mean, it kind of did from making that video, but I mean, there's so many other things you get too, just because, you know, you kill so many mobs. So still, it was really a good farm. But anyway, guys, we also sold some Darkmoon fire water, some panda fish, and we sold some volatile fire here. So not bad at all. That stack's really good too. Not as good as the 9,000 and the sales that we had last week, especially like the one that we had that was like, I think 16,000 on a stack of them. But still, that's really good, really high for volatile fire. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and add this in, and we'll switch over to our last one. All right, guys, we are on our last tune for the materials to see how they finish out for the week. Our last horde tune, the one with our main, and again, we sold more of the Sun Fury signets, so it must have been a really good time for those. I should have farmed some up on my alliance side, but we sold those. Let's see, we sold and it's a total of 18 sales. We sold Eternal Fire, as I actually just did that on the stream, my stream as well. We sold some more Eternal Fire, Volatile Earth, Eternal Fire, Essence of Water, and some Ember Silk Cloth, which again came from Volatile Fire. And we sold all those for about 12,000 gold, so we'll add that in here. And it brings us to a total of 221,633 gold for materials, which is, you know, almost what they made last week, and definitely puts them in the lead for this week. So let's go ahead and switch over to Pets and Toys and see if they can beat them this week and they can win, or is it going to be materials winning this week? Alright guys, so we are on our last set of bank alts, the toys and pets, pets and toys, whatever. And we're on the line side again. And we have 10 sales at 54,000 gold, so not bad at all starting out with them. Let's see, we sold some Crash and Thrashing controllers. Really popular. We need to really stock up on those. It only takes you, you know, with travel time, you know, maybe about 15 minutes to get to each location and finish them all out. Maybe a little bit longer to go from one spot to the other. But, you know, really definitely worth doing, as you know, they've been selling a lot here lately. Emerald Whelpling, we sold one of those for almost 19,000 gold. As you know, I just did a 10-hour farm on that. We also sold a bronze whelpling, a dark whelpling, and we sold the parrot pet from out there at the STV farm, which also that's another farm where you can get the water essence. Filthling pet, we just did a 30-minute or less on that one. The coalfish grindling, you know, yeah, it's only 853 gold and it's a mount, but it just comes from doing your garrison you know, missions or whatever. So really not a lot of time really put into doing that. Dark whelpling, so another one, so two of those, and a dire horn runt. So anyway, let's go ahead and clear this out and switch over to our last one, or not our last one, but our next one. All right guys, so we are on our second bank alt for toys and pets, and we got 6 sales at 50,000 gold. See, we sold Filthling. That one's really low actually, but you get so many of them, and like I said, you do it for 30 minutes or less. I mean, you see I have all these in the bag here, and I still have more actually on the tunes that farmed it, and I have put some on my alliance and bank tune and everything else, you know, so there's a ton. We sold another parrot, and that was actually the caged version, or the unlearned version. And we sold a bronze whelpling, pretty nice value for that one. Energized mana fiend, again, that's from those WOD rares, just the other ones, the ones that are out there in the grand. Mechanical frostboar, and Reigns of the Thundering Ruby Cloud Serpent for 30k, which, you know, some of these other tunes might have had better, you know, value with possibly selling these Reigns of the Thundering Ruby Cloud Serpent, because I have actually went back out and did that farm on both sides, and I've got the crystals, but Alani has just been really elusive to me. I haven't been able to find her up, which I kind of explained when I did my 10-hour farm for the Sky Shard farm a while back, as that one was a pretty big nightmare, as I try to do all of my 10-hour farms kind of like 2 weeks apart. That one took me a lot longer, as one, I had to do it on, you know, my Horde and Alliance team and separate out and do 5 hours of each, just because, you know, you can only carry 10 Sky Shards, 1 Sky Crystal at a time, and Alani can be really elusive. You can go, you know, even with me, I have tunes on low pop realms that I hop over to out there, and, you know, I check like multiple realms to see if she's up, and still, I mean, I've went out there a few days now and haven't seen her up. So it does happen, but then there's days where I've found her up like 6 times, so it's just, you know, luck of the draw of finding her, really. But anyway, we got 50,000 gold, 6 sales. Let's add that in and go to our last one and see how they stand for the week. All right guys, so we are on our last bank tune for toys and pets, and they still got a ways to go, kind of, if they're going to beat materials, but maybe they can at least beat, you know, transmog. I'm not going to say they haven't beat materials, because I haven't looked at it yet, but I highly doubt that they'll be able to make that much, but you never know. Hopefully. We've got 6 sales, 19,000 gold, so yeah, that's not going to do it at all. Dark Whelpling was sold, Fuzzy Creepling, Energized Mana Fiend, another Dark Whelpling, a Pandaren Air Spirit, which, you know, that comes from doing those spirit bosses, which I have been doing. I've been collecting a lot of the bags again. I just haven't opened them yet, so I haven't had as many of the pets to actually sell, because they actually sold really fast once I opened them. I suggest everybody to do that. That's another really, that was before I started the 30-minute or less series. But that is another one that's like 30 minutes or less. I'll put that one up at the top of the screen too, just in case you haven't seen it yet. You know, it's not really multi-boxing, but it is, you know, a good way to possibly level characters, level pets, and also make some gold in the process by getting you know, one of the 4 pets by doing, well, actually getting all 4 pets is if you do like I do, which I have 4 tombs, 1 part to each one of the spirit bosses. But check out the video and see how it's done. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and add that in and see how they did for the week. 124,242 gold for the week. So that's going to actually put them in last, but still it's not horrible. But that does put materials winning for the week, transmog in second, and pets and toys in last, which actually I think that was that the breakdown last week? I believe so. Yeah, it was the same way, but each one made a little bit more. But let's go ahead and cut to the end and see what our totals are and see where everybody stands. All right, guys, so to conclude the video, we have materials winning for the week for the 3rd time in a row with 221,633 gold. We have transmog coming in second at 153,770 gold. And we have toys and pets not far behind, but coming in last at 124,242 gold, which they might have actually been up there with materials. Like I said, if I would have found Alani up, you know, a few more times. I have checked, she's just been really elusive this week. But that brings us to a grand total of 499,645 gold, which is, you know, all right at 500k almost, but still it's not as good as we did last week, which was at 612,000 gold. But still, if I can make right around 500k, I'm good. That works for me with only posting once a week, or once a day each week. And then for our total of all of the different, you know, things and who's leading, transmog is still leading for, you know, overall weeks at 3,531,839 gold, which they, you know, started off really strong in the beginning of all these openings, so it's going to take a little while for, you know, other areas to catch up, but they are starting to do it. We have materials in last actually at 2,184,354 gold. But they are getting up there fast with all these wins. We have toys and pets in second at 2,613,477 gold. So they're not too far behind, a little less than a million. But then for our grand total, everything added together for all weeks, we have a combined total of 8,329,670 goals. Not bad for 17 weeks of, you know, like I said, only posting once a day. And there are days that I miss because of just real life stuff. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and make sure you hit that like button down below. Also hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, so you make sure you don't miss another one of these amazing cleanouts or one of my amazing multi-box gold farms. And if there is any farms you'd like to see me do and post a video on or just try out, go ahead and put it down there in the comments below. I'll check it out, see if it works, and if it works, I'll post a video. But anyway, guys, that's all I really have. This is Baby Powder. Peace. I'm out.